Yo, let me get one forward. A lot of us have been coming in really high. We've been just aiming like at the dam and paddling right in. We can just float down. Don't be afraid of getting close to whiteface. You just got to make sure all your people are ready to paddle. Because if they don't throw this stroke, you're pretty screwed. Yo, let me get one forward. That's all I really needed. Now I'm gonna turn downstream. That's what I'm doing. So I'm just aiming straight, keeping it straight. See my support. If anybody falls out, swim to the right. Everybody lean in, lean in, lean in. And relax. Good job, everybody, good job. So that was the worst swim of the day. If you were nervous, there's nothing to be nervous about anymore. Now we just enjoy the river. That first rapid was named Grumpy's. It is a class 4.
Can I take a stick at some point?
What's that?
Can I take a stick at some point?
Yeah, you could drive a little bit at some point.
Is this our last lap?
Yeah, probably. Let me get one forward. Next rapid is staging Eddy. I've already got my angle pointed at the left because we're going left. Every rapid I'm in, if I'm at the end of that rapid, I'm starting to turn towards the next one. Everything is just a slow drift around here. If you can see that the river is making a sharp left turn, you gotta drift it. Like a shitty Honda. Drift like a car. Like turn it sideways, and then you're gonna float sideways.
Seen that movie with Vin Diesel? We have it on recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tokyo Drift.
There are
Making sure we've got it on his recording. Tokyo Drift at home.
there are different straight line lips underneath the boat. So wherever your boat is pointed, the river will push off of those, and you'll just keep going straight wherever your angle is at. Right here, this is staging Eddy, our first mandatory pullover spot. Right here, you slowly just start cranking it to the right, and then the water will almost push you right into this eddy. And you just keep cranking, keep cranking. Let me get one forward. You use this to slow you down. You make sure you don't run over any kayakers, you know. We try not to. You can use this rock to stop you a little bit if you need to. But I just hop right into the wave. Obviously, I don't want to run anybody over, so I'm just looking around, but I'm floating down. Let me get one forward. And one more. And one more hard. And one more hard. Dig. One more. Everybody lean forward. And just missed it, just missed it. Let me get one forward. But that's the best way to hit that. If you're the first boat, second boat down, just hop in the hole. Don't pull over and then call 10 forward for your people to get all the way back to the top of the eddy. Let me get one forward. And one more. So right now you just wait for your TL to come around the corner and give you the go sign. Now, because they gave you the go sign doesn't mean get out of here if you want to do a quick surf and float down. It just means we're all ready to go. Okay? Dre, you're good to go. Hey, this doesn't mean you have to. This means we're good to go. But it also, you know, doesn't mean like, okay, stick around.
It's the fifth boat to surf, but if you're up there.
Everybody should be able to surf one time if they want to. And this is the safest one and easiest one to practice on, especially if your people request it. We have a lot of return guests. Let me get one forward. Never call a stroke into a kayaker. You don't need to do that. You can go around them. Let me get one forward. And one more. And if you're about to hit someone, yell. Just be like, hey, raft, watch out. Be a little courteous, because they'll be kind to you too. One forward. One more.
Hands up.
One more. One more. One more hard.
Or not.
And one more. And one more. One more. One more. Dig, keep going, dig. And relax. And relax, and relax.
I was like, oh.
All right, so after you hit that, that's you, and you have your go sign, just float on down. Next rapid is Gonzo Shoals. Bit of an S line here. You can use your boat in front of you.
Do you know who the memorial
Nope.
was for today?
One of them, no, I don't.
Get the picture swinging.
Okay, Green Dot.
So water's a little murky, sun's not out. It's harder to see the rocks, but right now we're in the perfect line. Right in between, we're gonna dodge some little rocks on the right, some little ones on the left. I can already see downstream, about 20 feet, this little rock we're gonna dodge on the right. Now 10 feet, that's why you have to have your line figured out. If I see this rock on our right here that we're gonna hit pass again, too late, best thing to do is call a back ferry. If you don't know what to do, usually, and you're about to run into something, just call one back. It'll slow you down. And if you turn a little bit and your ass is pointed in the direction you want to with a back ferry, that'll help. Let me get one forward. Just starting this little S wave right here. As soon as you pass this hard rock to see this rock that's just barely underneath the water surface, I love this angle right here. Just already facing the left-hand bank, saying, hey guys, it's gonna be a little bumpy through here. Make sure you got your feet tucked in. Make sure you lean to the left a little bit. Let me get one forward. One more. And one forward. And one more. And one more. Good job. Now I'm already turning to the right here. I'm gonna say, guys, it's gonna be a big hit from right to left. Lean in, lean in. And there, now my boat's facing exactly where I wanna go. I want you guys to be able to do this river with the least amount of strokes possible. You should be able to J-stroke down this whole thing. Let me get one forward. Dodge this little rock here on the left, and then you can basically almost aim it right at Good Luck Rock. One forward. One more. There's a lot of stuff you can drag on, a lot of little stuff that'll just knock you off course just below the water surface. This is Good Luck Rock over here on the left. If you're stitious, you can give it a tap.
High five, Gavin! Oh no, I got double.
Next rapid is Broken Nose. I'm immediately pointing my boat straight to the right bank.
Keeping all the big rocks on your right, right?
Yep. Saving all my people's energy. Just talking to them about whatever. Florida mainly.
How much are you having to J-stroke versus just rudder?
Let me get one forward. It's all ruddering. You know, maybe a little bit of J-stroking, but You don't, you know, yeah, if I call one stroke forward instead of J stroking, that's fine. It's just when I'm calling 3 and 4 and 5. Let me get 1 forward. Just getting us a little closer. River right here. This is called Fat Man Slide. We're all gonna drag a little bit. You can feel that right there. Look how wide this section of the river is, y'all. All that water's gotta spread out. There's some extremely narrow parts of the river, and obviously those are the deepest. Let me get 1 forward. Gonna miss all of this jumble of rocks here on the right. It's a little bit deeper over here on the left right here, but you got this wide section, 5 feet to the right and 5 feet to the left. You're pretty good right here. But as long as you get yourself back, aiming river right. See, I'm gonna get my angle right here. Let me get 1 forward. I need to get far river right, so I turn myself straight to the right. Let me get 1 more. Now we're gonna drag a little more, guys. It's all good, all good. And 1 forward. You'll go really slow through here. That's why spacing is very important. These 3 rocks you see right here. 1, 2, 3, right in front of us. This will never get you stuck, but it's your speed bump. It'll slow you down. Have this angle because you want to get right. You don't want to touch this rock on the left. You want to get real close to this right side. Just to where I'm like right even about to hit these rocks. Now I'm turning it to the left. Boom. Now I adjust. Do I need to go left? Yeah, let me get 1 forward. Now I'm turning it, teeing up with the waves. Lean in. Lean in. Probably could have called that lean in a little better. I didn't explain to my people where they should have swam, but let me get 1 forward. And 1 more. All right, and then this is a parallel eddy right here. You just pull over, hop out, and grab your boat. It's important you get your boat quick because if it catches this fast water, and listen, once you've not caught the eddy, get back in your boat. Don't, oh, and now you're getting dragged away. You know really quick when you don't have the eddy. Do not get dragged down here. Now you got to pull yourself back in the boat. Now you got to get out of these trees. Now you got to fight river left. Make sure you don't get dragged out of the eddy. It's better to miss the eddy than it is to send a first boat down with no guide.
But this isn't one of our normal stopping.
This is not where you guys will pull over. This is where the first boat will pull over. This is a support eddy. I haven't pointed all of those out, but below every single class 4 and class 3 plus, below those impact points, the first boat pulls over, sets support. In case anybody falls out, I've already explained to my guest, hey guys, we're just waiting to watch the rest of the crew come down. If anybody falls out, I want you guys ready. I'm gonna push off and you're gonna pull them in. If I see that you can't pull them in, I'm gonna run up there, I'm gonna pull them in, and now who's driving? Nobody. So try and help me out so we can help them out, you know, so we're all working together. You'll be able to know when some people aren't ever gonna be able to help you, you know, and that's fine. So you say, I'm gonna push off, I'm gonna call strokes, I'm gonna pull someone in, just make sure you're listening to me. You know, you should be able to know where a body's going too. Like, when people fall off riding the bull at Hell's Hole, easiest thing to do, swing your ass end around, you pick them up, pull them in, you're still driving, you still know where you're at, you're still calling strokes, but people aren't gonna grab their own family member in. They don't, it doesn't click. They're like, you're in the damn water. You know, it just, they don't grab them by the collar. So, you've got to do it half the time. But don't put anybody else in more danger by stop driving, pull one in, now you flip. You got to know exactly the situation. That's why we have these supports. This is a push off and grab them one though. It's very, very shallow right here. People are gonna, you're gonna see them bouncing off the rocks. Ugh. We could get in there. We could. So, first rapid of the day, Grumpy's. First boat down Grumpy's pulls over on the right. That's why you tell your people on the beach, if you fall out here, swim river right or swim back to the boat. For your second rapid, staging eddy, nothing to worry about. Gonzo Shoals, you just say swim back to the boat because it's shallow. You don't need to tell them every time because you won't really have a swimmer there. If somebody falls out, you'll say swim back to the boat in that moment. You don't need to say, you usually need to tell them where to swim in the big rapids where people often fall out.
So talk about this line.
Good line. Turn it to the left, turn it to the left. He went over the typewriter a little bit, so now he's just got to keep it straight and miss coffee break right here, which is that rock that you can see underneath. Nope, so that's the left line. That's the line you take when there's a boat stuck in there and you don't want to hit it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if you hit the boat,
Well,
if you hit the boat that's stuck, does it put you in it?
Okay, we're good.
Is that what it is?
We're good.
If you hit the boat that's stuck in it, it'll knock them out, but it'll put you in it, right?
yeah, potentially. It might not suck you back in it. It's all a little bit of luck. Because that is just, it's not really, you know, you can see the water not really sucking you back in, but once you get underneath where it's once you start filling up. What rock? Coffee break?
Yeah.
You might just get stuck.
Okay.
But it's harder to get stuck there than it is to not. Like on a lower flow, you could get stuck there. All right, I'm gonna leave. What's the best way out of here? Ferrying, yeah, but I'm gonna obviously hit a bunch of bullshit to my right, but I'm gonna go ahead and call strokes while I'm hopping in. Let me get one forward. Let me get one forward. Little bumpy right here, guys, little bumpy. Let me get two forward. And one more. So you got this rock, you got to dodge on the right is usually where I go around, but then you got this one right here on your left. Once you pass that, you're home free. Really don't need any more strokes. I can just glide on over. You want to be far river left for this one. All right, y'all, there's two ways to hit this next rapid. It's called slice and dice ledge. There's the baby way to do it on the left, and then there's the way we do it on the right. We got this big ledge, but I need you guys, I need a little bit of speed, all right? About 3 strokes will do it. Once we get close up to this ledge, I'll keep it straight. You guys just give me that speed, all right? Let me get one forward. Let me get one more. Let me get 2 forward. Everybody lean in, lean in. And it helps going over ledges like that, standing up as a guide. I pick my butt up just like guide ejectors. Just pick your butt up off the rail that's trying to slam you. Let me get one forward or catapult you. Let me get one more. And one forward. One more. One more. Everybody get down, get down. Back head, relax. So I just gave him the go sign, and I'm just gonna float sideways, see if he can get out. That was slice and dice and washing machine.
So normally this is a mandatory.
Mandatory Eddy, always.
Should we always be calling a get down for?
If you're sideways over any big rapid like that, always call a get down. Let me get
You were gonna surf it.
one forward. I was gonna surf it. I missed the drop surf there. Too far left I was. Let me get 2 forward, y'all. Notice how I'm calling these strokes way up here so I don't get thrown river left and have to call 5 forward. 2 ways to go around this right here. You got Elephant Rock, which is the most common line, and then you can go through this little 6 foot wide. What's that?
I like that one, but I can't figure this one out.
Yeah, you need.
A big draw. You just got to do a big draw.
Well, just watch this boat right here. Well, a big draw where, like, you know, all you got to do is just have a.
He's a lefty, so all he has to do is.
Well, then you just call some strokes with the angle. But yeah, just a big draw is not going to get you through over there. You can see all the water is pushing on. You know, the wave train is going straight to that butt crack rock right there. I just tapped my helmet to see if this guy was a guest. Obviously, he's a trainee. But we're just driving around real slow. You don't need any speed through here. See, I got.
The important thing is around that rock, a lot of guys come too forward and they slam into the.
That's exactly right. That's why you see, you do not need, you want to drive that slow. Let me get one forward. River right over here.
So good. This
That's a good place to talk about the flume line, because you can see it really easy.
Yep. Point out the flume line, point out that we've already dropped about 35, 40 feet, maybe even more. We start below it just a little bit. It's two lines. The easier one is over here on the left, and then you just cut back river right. But you want to start pretty wide left. I like to hit this one on the right. It's more of the kayak line. I'm just going to show you the right line because it's the one I like. I really shouldn't be though. You should go river left, around, and then cut back right. There's a lot of rocks to avoid here, so you got to memorize where they are.
I'm going to go around that rock real quick. We go that way, around that rock, and then start cutting back.
So I just dodged 4 rocks right there. But all you got to do is just turn one way and turn the other. Now, spacing is something I'd start thinking about here, especially if he was drop surfing, but he's not. But I'm going to turn my boat sideways. That'll slow me down a little bit. I know there's a rock right here.
You like going to the left of this?
Always go to the left of this rock. See, I got my far left angle. One forward. I'm getting myself really ready over here. One more. Because this rock right here, one more. I kind of want to avoid the shitty ass rock. Everybody get down, get down. Ah, shit. Let me get 2 forward when you can. 2 forward when you can. Everybody lean left, lean left, lean left. And relax. Let me get 1 forward. And 1 forward. And 1 more hard. And 1 more.
Do they need the spare paddle?
Katie!
There's a paddle.
And 1 more, 1 more. And 2 forward.
It's in the river!
Yep. So yeah, if someone lost the paddle in the other boat, you can see people can get distracted by that. It'll be, you know. Slipped. This is our support eddy right here. Right behind this rock. This is double suck.
I've had this on film.
Hey, Jason, to this Eddy rock, can you talk about what you'd like to do for a little while?
To just come through it?
Yeah.
Well, really, you guys shouldn't be drop surfing. You should just be teed up straight. Just keep it straight forward. So once you pass that rock, you know, you could stand up and see it, but once you pass that rock on your right side, you can just keep it teed up straight. If you want to just pull over, you can pull over high in the eddy and you can just keep going left. You just got to avoid the big rock right here in front of us as you're pulling over.
And there's also times like, you know you're going to be sitting here for a little bit, you pull up to the front of the boat.
Sometimes, yeah, you can, but you can also, this water is keeping me here. So I can just sit back here too, which it depends on how many trips I got going out. If I've already got people sitting in the eddy, they can yell, swim to me. Obviously, where you swim if you fall out is in this calm water. If you fall out, you swim river left. And then you can just stand up right here. You can stand up all to our right. All right, they don't need a support. Let's push off this rock. Now let me get one forward.
And talk specifically about what you're doing now, because I see a lot of us have gotten to it.
Gotcha. Let me get two forward.
Hit this one correct line. It's not been going the right way.
One forward. One more. One more. All right, y'all. Well, after you come through, you can see where you're at. You can just go straight down. You do not need to go river left of this rock. But as soon as all of his momentum, if he's not going downstream, he better hop out because he got screwed last time and went into no man's land. That will take an hour right there. If you go over there with guests, there's no, hey, everybody get out of the boat. That will take an hour. That is, your TL has to come help you. You owe a keg of beer.
Where?
Right, river left, where we went last time. Let me get one forward. One more.
I'll get us all in that.
So if you're leaving this eddy, or if you're surfing it, you remember you just ferry out of the eddy, ferry upstream eddy, so it doesn't just shoot you left into this rock right here. But if you're gonna surf it real quick, just remember, if you come out of it on the left side, as in you're teed up to the hole, and you surf it, and you come out to the left, you're gonna end up on the left, river right, over here on this jumble of rocks. You always wanna be facing right, so you come out in this eddy, and it's easy. Let me get one forward, let me show you what I mean. And one more. Oh.
Got a clean road. Nobody coming. Hear me?
Yeah. Let me get one forward. One more. One more. One more. All right, that's about good. One forward. This is where you call get down. I'm way too left. Yeah, Santa just kicked me out left, but I don't want to run into these rocks. So let me get one forward. And one more. And one more. Bump on the right.
This is the normal line.
This is the normal line.
I've yet to see anything. Everybody's going the other way.
You can just miss this rock on the right.
I think because we've been stopping there every time.
Yeah. Usually. All right, now we look for the downward V right here. Let me get one forward. You can get stuck on our 12 o'clock, that jumble of rocks right in front of us, and you can get stuck on this rock to the right of us right here. So this is our gate. We just went through a gate. You remember that? Because it's just narrow. It's a good spot you want to remember. Now you can hug this rock right here. There's two more jumbles of bullshit on the left. Right there. Let me get one forward. And one more. So here you just have to make the decision. Am I going to the left of this big ass rock or am I going to the right? If you hold that left hand angle and call two forward like I did, you don't have to worry about it. But your line running up to Double Trouble, which is next, is over here on the right. So I'm just turning my boat back river right after all of that, getting back into the fast water, getting ready for Double Trouble. Now I'm telling my people, hey, does anybody know what riding the bull is? Maybe you explained it on the beach. So I've got someone hopping up on the bowl. I've got to make sure I've got a pretty clear runway for them to get up there. Don't hit any rocks, don't hit any big waves. So this is about the side. This is where you want to be while someone's hopping on the bowl. Then I tell them if they fall out, you want to swim river right. Swim back to the boat and swim river right.
So tell them don't fall out, fall in.
Don't fall out, fall in. Yeah, when you're explaining riding the bull, you just lean back, hands on the red strap or the rope. What's that?
They just follow on this with weight cranks.
Yep. And I'm always turning around, looking upstream, looking at my boat. Let me get 2 forward. That's pretty good. I just like to dodge this big rock on the left. Set myself up pretty well by getting over there though. Like 1 forward. Now I just got to crank it right. T-grip, T-grip. We're not the commercial trip.
It's all right. Now we got left, right, left.
All right, this is our mandatory pullover spot right here.
This is jump rock.
Jump rock.
But we don't jump.
Nope. Let me get 1 forward.
But it's this one.
Is it jump rock or slide rock?
Jump rock. See this big eddy over here on the left? Don't really need to call strokes if I'm going to float down to the bottom, but let me get 1 forward. That's all you really need. You don't need a ton of speed running in here because you don't want to run over your other 5, 10 boats. We are, just because, yeah, we are. Because we're going to wait and let these guys get ahead of us. Let me get 1 forward.
You guys.
It's
Next rapid is left, right, left. Really, left, middle, left. And it's probably one of the easier rapids. That, and then squeeze play is easy. So what's our, hey guys, we're gonna have a little bump on the right here.
No.
So our next tough rapid is flipper. That is gonna be going from left to right. Opposite of table
I
saw.
right angle though. I just didn't know which rock was flipper apparently. I thought it was going after me. I held my line, I called strokes into it, everything.
You did good.
Except for I was on the wrong line.
You just hit the one rock we didn't want to hit. But
Exactly.
it's okay.
Exactly. I just didn't start far enough left or so well.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a commercial trip and it wasn't on the trip. It was snaps.
All right, y'all. We're gonna push off here. You guys are good. Just gonna middle line. You can see it takes a while once you push off to get back in the current. So you don't need to wait until they're all the way downstream.
come out, baby.
Left, right, left. Really, you just got to worry about a couple rocks on your right in the beginning, and that's it. Just Follow the wave train, indeed.
Scare him or get more customers?
This is the right side of left, right, left. But really just left, middle, left. Now I've got my left-hand angle to get back. I want to tee up with this little curler wave right here. And then it kind of lines me up for this big splash right here. Bang. Ooh. What's that? Next rapid is squeeze play, just aiming at the left-hand side of the river. I like to get a little bit left of this rock and then I can turn right, set myself up for the wave train behind squeeze play rock right here. So we're enough to the left. I want to just miss this rock actually. Let me get one forward. One more. So now I'm just lined up for this wave train. I want to be a little more to the right, turn my boat to the right, bring it back left now. That's a fun wave train. Flipper, you want to start from left to right. So it's good to be like right here is good. You want all that momentum punching from left to right. So this is a good angle to start. It's a good spot to start looking downstream. I'm gonna turn my boat to the right here. I'm gonna tell my people that we're gonna get some speed through here in just a second. Let me get one forward, and one more, and one more. Lean in, and two forward. And I probably would have prepared my people a little bit better, told them I'm gonna need them to paddle after the big splash, but whatever. Big splash right here, tee up with one more. Now you're just aimed river left, and you don't have to do too much. You'll get river left, and you can start telling your people if anybody wants to go for a swim, we've got a spot right down here. We've also got Hollywood Hole, cool little surf, but you gotta eddy out on the right, paddle upstream a little bit. Cannot drop into it. Cheese is telling me to pull over, so we're gonna turn the boat to the right. Let me get one forward, and two more. And one more. And one more. And relax, everybody. Let me get just T-grip should do. So we all saw that. Cheese aimed and pointed us at the right. It's usually because of a paddle or something like that. But we reacted before we started questioning. We didn't say, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't say, hey, what's Cheese pointing at? We said, let's get over to that eddy. Let me get one forward. Creature, I'm gonna have you trade with someone in that boat and then you can guide a little bit on the second half. Let me get one forward.
We'll take Turtle. He doesn't have a paddle anyhow.
Yeah, we'll take Turtle. Let me get one forward.
Hey, train's nothing.
Is he throwing up? What's going on?
Hey, are you okay?
One forward. One more. He got ran over probably. One more. All right. Whenever somebody gets hurt too, guys, this is what you do right here. Let me show you. You swing your people looking away. You have your people facing the other side, and then if you're helping, they're facing the other way and you're helping. All right, if you're not helping and you have nothing to do with an injury, you don't even look at it. And you don't have your guests look at it, okay? You don't alert your people that there's someone hurt. Is he okay? You okay, bud? Did you get ran over?
started being swept.
Yeah, that's not a good spot to hop out at. Don't jump out anywhere that Cheese doesn't tell you to. It's an eddy.
You should have been fine, but the rocks are slippery, man. It's one of those like.
Yeah, you got to know a little bit. But if you're going fast, don't risk the biscuit.